Uh, I wanted to talk about this Supreme Court case out of British Columbia for a number of reasons. Because it highlights a number of important points that people keep ignoring. Basically, it's basically a child molestation case. It's pederast who raped a number of children. I'm gonna post a link. I'm not gonna get into the details, but I think the youngest victim was a 9-year-old girl. But what's notable about the case is that the child molester, child rapist, is a Freeman on the land, and he made a lot of the same Freeman arguments that Karl, Lentz, Clifford, Santos Machi, Rob Menard all make in their seminars and videos. And well, before getting into that, let's for context, let's listen to one of two clips of Karl Lentz. The first one is a father who called concerning a child molestation case, and the second one highlights his general children or property thing.
I'm going to ask you simple questions. I said, so the mom is the one who said that little Johnny Asperger decided to molest his sister, right?
Yes.
What form of molesting? There's all kinds of molesting. You could
just touching. Just touching.
Okay, so she touched his sister. Okay, whoop-de-doo. So did anybody ever question you about this touching?
No, nobody ever questioned him. And nobody ever questioned me.
Anybody ever questioned you?
No.
Okay, nobody's ever come to you and say, why does little Johnny Asperger touch his sister?
No.
Nobody asked you that. Okay, great. So mama goes and says, little Johnny Asperger's touching sister. Yeah, who cares? Okay, where is this going? So what does it matter?
Yeah, go ahead, Miss California.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the other man, but the thing is that someone was saying that you know how to get people's children back when they've been violated and abused by the court system. There's been constitutional violations, and I didn't even have a child. And
the only thing I know how to do is get your property returned. All I know how to do is get your property restored from the government. That's all I know how to do. Child, I don't care if it's a unicycle, I don't care if it's a pogo stick, I don't care if it's a pony, I don't care if it's a child. If they have your property, you just ask for it to be restored. It's that simple. I don't care what label you call it. Because the only duty of any government is to secure and protect property. That's their only job, is to secure and protect property. You tell them, hey, I see that you're securely holding my property in your possession. Great. I see you protecting it. Wonderful. Now restore it to me. Thank you.
Now, the reason why I think this case really is illustrative is that, look, this is a Karl Lentz, Freeman, sovereign theories taken to their logical extreme. If children are property, then you should be able to have sex with them. That is consistent with Karl's beliefs that children are property. As an example, my couch is my property. I can have sex with my couch if I wanted to. And it would not have issue. You cannot have sex with children because children are not property. This is basic. I mean, this shouldn't even have to be explained. Children are children, period. And we have laws in the United States and Canada to protect them. It's not to take away people's freedoms. It's not to annoy them. It's because they have rights. They are children and they have rights. They are not property. And more importantly, the same criminal code that makes it illegal to molest children is the same criminal code that contains the offenses with which Dean Clifford is currently being charged. His argument, which is the same argument that this child molester made, is that he can opt out of Canadian laws and the Criminal Code of Canada. Clearly, that is a bad idea. Well, not just a bad idea, but it's not true. If you could opt out of the Criminal Code, out of the laws of Canada, then you could molest children. You could just say, when the police show up to arrest you, well, that law doesn't apply to me. I can molest children. Who cares? If Dean's argument is correct. And that is why, these laws are there. That's why you can't make them optional. You can't make them voluntary. Because then, if somebody like this guy decides, well, I feel like molesting somebody, well, I'm just going to opt out of laws, molest them, and you can't touch me. That's the exact same thing Dean is trying to do. It's the exact same thing Karl Lentz is trying to do. And it does not work. And you cannot do it. Period. In case some people might think that this is an isolated case, this is not the first Freeman molestation case in Canada. It's not even the first case in British Columbia. Back in 2013, August, another Freeman was convicted of child molestation, and he tried the same. The same. Yeah, there we go. He tried the same laws don't apply to me argument. Basically, that the courts don't have jurisdiction over him. Blah blah blah. I'll post a link. But look, this is a pattern here. Look, if Canadian laws and Canadian statutes don't apply to people and don't apply to individuals, then guess what? These two guys should have been able to rape those kids and get away with it. Because guess what? The only laws that allow the government to jail child molesters and child rapists are statutes. They're in the criminal code. The same criminal code that Dean Clifford claims does not apply to him. The same statutes that Karl Lentz claims don't apply to men, don't apply to individuals. Oh, well, look, I mean, why would a society write laws that don't apply to individuals? That's a basic question here. None of the entire theory that somehow laws are voluntary or require consent makes sense. Because, look, you could simply not consent to the law against molesting children, and you could walk. And it's not just child molestation. Just last month, there was another Freeman busted on child pornography charges. There's also been a number of Freemen on the land drunk driving arrests, also in British Columbia, ironically. Yeah, so this is the basic problem here. If Dean Clifford's, Rob Bernard's theories, Karl Lentz theories were correct, then guess what? This guy should have been able to rape those kids. This guy should have been able to rape those kids. This guy shouldn't be in trouble for child pornography. This guy should be able to drive drunk. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we shouldn't care because kids get molested like Karl does.
Yeah, who cares? Okay, where is this going? So what does it matter?